What's popping? Oh, Charleston's up in the video. That mug's got. Does he know? Does he have like an idea of who his top 5 fantasy running backs are for 2012?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Charleston.
Look at that little motherfucker. What is he fucking nibbling on? Everybody, what the fuck is up with George's dog? He's got his dog is like taking over the show and shit.
Yeah, it's this pink bone thing, and he'll be running
pink bone?
Yeah, it's a pink bone.
The motherfucker's trying to get. Was he trying to eat your pink bone?
No, mine's not pink. It's rosy red.
Just wondering, homie.
Yeah.
So anyway,
fantasy football is upon us.
Yes,
and one of the people we played with last year has already had a draft.
Yeah.
My starting quarterback, Tony Romo and Sam Bradford. But
are you serious?
Auto draft did do me this: Andre Johnson and Calvin Johnson.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
That's who you got in auto draft for receivers?
Yes.
What?
So as a wise man once said, "Fuck your couch."
Fuck your couch. Well, we're going to talk about the top 5 fantasy running backs for 2012. Who you have, who I have. I guess, but what we should kind of go down is our boy Shane Holland said, "Hey, you guys did this vid last year. Put it back out." But I guess we should kind of go through a bunch of the running backs, and then you kind of give me your top 5. I'm going to tell you guys who my top 5 is. That's all that matters because I was in 2 fantasy leagues last year. Won one of them motherfuckers. I believe that was your league. I don't mean to toot my horn, but beep, beep.
And what do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
Yeah.
My trophies. What's up, Charleston?
Yeah.
Anyway, that mug is like killing your hand, Shorty.
Yeah, he thinks it's a toy.
Hey, dog, what's up? So anyway, let's get it started. Who do you? Let's go from 5 back.
For me, my number 5 would be Matt Forte.
Matt Forte.
Yep. And then I'm going with after that. I'm gonna go with Maurice Jones-Drew at 4.
Okay.
LeSean McCoy at 3.
Okay.
Ray Rice at 2.
Right.
And Mr. Foster at 1 if he can keep his hamstrings right. Would you shut up, Mutt?
Now, I'm going to, you know what's funny? I'm going back, and basically my top 5 is wherever the fuck George just went. My top 5 is the same. The top 3 is the same as you. I mean, I definitely got Arian Foster at 1. I definitely got Ray Rice at 2. I definitely got LeSean McCoy at 3. However, who did you have at 5?
I had Matt Forte.
Matt Forte. I don't have Matt Forte at 5, and why I don't have Matt Forte at 5 is because this year he's going to be sharing that backfield with Michael Bush, and I think
Michael Bush will be a third down back.
Shit,
nothing.
Be no third down back.
Hey, do me a favor. Who's the starting wideout up in Chicago?
Who is the starting wideout?
Yeah.
Which they pick up? They just picked up Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Right.
You know how much that's going to help him?
It's still, dude. I'm telling you what. Matt Forte is not going to get as many touches as he usually does. Not with Michael. You know how it is now. Everybody needs a 2-headed monster.
Yep.
A 2-headed monster.
That's why I love Siamese twins, especially if they're conjoined.
So,
at the hip.
You know who I have in number 5?
Joe.
Huh?
Joe.
Who
do you got at 5?
My mama's running his boy. She's busting 2,000 yards and get. I'm going to have to go with Chris Johnson.
Oh, see, no.
This is why I'm gonna have Chris Johnson because
he did so well last year.
Well, no, this is the thing. I would have Maurice Jones-Drew because you know how I like him. He's always productive. He's consistent, but he's doing the thing that Chris Johnson did last year, and he's holding out. And I think that's going to knock him out of the top 5. Chris Johnson is not holding out this year. He's going to be dealing with some new players on the offensive side of the ball. So I think
who's his quarterback?
Huh?
Who's his quarterback?
Jake
Locker.
Yes, sir.
So they're going to put 8 guys in the box and dare Jake Locker to beat him. So his touches are going to be for nothings.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, Maurice Jones-Drew holding out. Who did you have at 4? So I have Chris Johnson at 5.
Right. At 4, who did I say at 4? I got, give me 2 seconds. At 4, I went with Jones-Drew.
Jones-Drew, I think, I love Jones-Drew. Obviously, I had him last year, but I just think, man, he's a little bit older. I think Ray Rice is the new Jones-Drew.
I think Ray Rice next year, and in a lot of fantasy leagues, people are saying, is it going to be Ray Rice or Aaron Rodgers with your number 1?
Now I'm going to tell you who I have at number 4. All right, and this is a big. But I think if he stays healthy, he is going to do really good because when he did play, is Darren McFadden. There's no more Michael.
Yeah, but you got to look at he hasn't played a full season yet.
I know
he gets hurt every season.
I just have the feeling. I have the feeling that he's going to fucking be there all season this year. Now,
they're going to need him.
There's other things. Other people. So my top 5 is Chris Johnson at 5, Darren McFadden at 4, LeSean McCoy, who you had at 3, I also have at 3. Ray Rice, who you had at 2, I also have at 2. And then Arian Foster, obviously, at number 1. Now,
the biggest problem I see is, like, we both agree with Arian Foster, but Arian Foster's one more tweaked hamstring away from being out.
Yeah, man, but this is the bottom line, dude. He only played 13 games last season. He's still in the top 5 after only playing 13 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I mean, it's you know, and your boy LeSean McCoy, as much as I hate to say it,
I think he's the best back in the NFC East.
Yeah, I mean, he had 20 TDs last year. He had six games last year with multiple touchdowns. So he's definitely in the top 3, I'd have to think, if he can stay healthy. But, I mean, if you look at the rest of the people that are out there at RB, Marshawn Lynch could be a possible candidate in the top 5.
Beast mode.
Yeah. You know who else could do pretty well?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, the 2 running backs I think are going to have a good season, and these are my sleepers. I would take Jamaal Charles or Peyton Hillis because the Chiefs have a whack schedule this year against the run.
The only problem is Jamaal Charles is coming off that ACL injury, man. That kind of
Peyton Hillis ain't.
Yeah, now Peyton Hillis I agree with. Peyton Hillis could be pretty good.
Peyton Hillis I'd probably pick up in the 5th or 6th round.
I think if DeMarco Murray could stay healthy, he could be all right.
Yeah, it'll be. I'm hoping Steven Jackson does well and Felix Jones because those are my 2 backs, and I'm hurting. And unfortunately, I have that terrible Alabama running back, Ingram from last year.
Yeah, Trent Richardson.
No, Ingram.
Oh, you have Alabama. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. What about Fred Jackson?
Who? Oh, the dude who was my fantasy saver last year from Buffalo, who also coming off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
He was the sleeper pick last year. I don't think no one's going to be sleeping on him this year.
That's right. Well, look, that's it. That wraps it up for the top 5 fantasy quarterbacks for this year.
Pow!
Well, down below, people in the comment board, tell us what the fuck you have. Who do you have in your top 5? Look for our top 5 quarterbacks, and look for our top 5 receivers, and look for our top 5 defenses. But, hey, George, guess what?
What?
Before I go, I just want all these people to know that we are now on Stitcher Radio. You can hear all our podcasts on Stitcher Radio. So go download that fucking app today, everybody, and come check us out over at StitcherRadio.com.
Yeah, son.
Pieces. We're out.
And while you're at it, everyone tweet Chael Sonnen and tell him how much of a bitch he is for trying to call out John Jones of all people.
Yeah.
You're pissing in the wind, homie.
Yeah, forget about it. We're out of here.